capital gains taxes are one more form of taxes. If you think of taxes, you think of income tax, estate tax, inheritance tax, sales tax, property tax. I mean, the list goes on and on. Well, there is something called capital gains tax. And let's talk about capital gains tax in the context of somebody who is thinking about giving away their home to their kids because either they want to avoid a probate or they're concerned about long-term care costs and they want to do their own planning to make sure that their asset level is down low enough that Medicaid will pay for care. So they give away their home, and let's say that their home was something that they bought in 1965 for $20,000. And when they give it away today, that home is worth, let's say, $1,020,000 for ease. That's $1 million change of value. So a person who gives away their home to their kids or to their child because they want to avoid probate gives away this $1 million home. And then the kid says, well, I'm going to sell the home, or whatever they do. They are going to owe capital gains tax on $1 million gain. At 20%, that is $200,000, all because somebody did their own estate planning and they wanted to avoid a probate. Whereas, had the individual sought out the services of an estate planning and elder law attorney, we could have told them, yes, you can transfer your home to your child and avoid probate and not need a revocable living trust, all by using a transfer on death deed. That's a deed that acts just like a beneficiary designation does, or a pay on death provision does. What it means is when the person dies, who's the owner, that deed, which has been filed during their lifetime, says to the county, on my death, my child gets my home. And the child gets the home at the adjusted value. So the tax laws provide that when you inherit something, the basis, for example, what you paid for it, gets adjusted to what the fair market value is today. In our example, that's $1 million with $1,020,000, right? So when that child inherits the home through this transfer on death deed, which actually avoided a probate, the child then sells the home. What do they pay in capital gains tax? 0. Because it got a step up in tax basis. So when they sold it, they didn't owe $200,000. They avoided completely capital gains tax. So what is important for you to understand is any lifetime transfers of appreciated assets can carry with it a very large capital gains tax liability when that asset is sold. Under current tax laws, the capital gains tax can be avoided if that asset is inherited after the death of the owner. See your estate planning lawyer to find out how you can avoid capital gains tax.